Hola diehards and welcome to a new episode of The Hard Life. Hey! Have you lost weight? So over the past few weeks I have been around the UK somewhat, and this has kind of taken away from being able to film in the episode of The Hard Life. So hopefully I may have a video up next week just to counteract. Hopefully being the key word. Anyway, let's begin. I recently managed to get some day runner work with Thames TV. Now, due to confidentiality agreements, I can't actually say what I was doing or what for, but I can tell you where I was. The first weekend I was in Birmingham at the International Conference Centre, and the following weekend I was in Cardiff at the Millennium Stadium. Now, as someone who's a huge rugby fan, especially Welsh rugby, this is a big deal for me. I mean, ideally, I would have preferred to be doing a rugby match, but I'll take what I can get. And either way, it just gives me a boost for future in my career. Secondly, I recently visited Nottingham, and the reason for this is because Nuts was celebrating its 5-year anniversary. Now, for Nuts to have gone from such a small office to winning Best Broadcaster at NASTA is a huge... It just boggles my mind at some point. It just speaks volumes of how much people are putting into student television. Well, this station in particular. And it just gives a great stepping point for the next 5 years, 10, 15, 20. And I can only see Nuts going bigger and better from this. Does that mean they'll win Best Broadcaster next year? Not really. It means that they'll be doing more and they'll be getting more things. The same amount of effort into it, the same enjoyment they do into it, I know they can do well. So I wish the next 5 years of Nuts to be just as good as the current 5. Now, on a more personal note, I've actually had to go to Derby recently, and the reason for that is my brother's been in hospital. If you've been following me on Facebook, you'll know he's okay. He's actually doing really well, and in 2 weeks should be back at university. He was originally diagnosed with having the norovirus, and then it turned out to be appendicitis, and because it was diagnosed late, it actually led to some complications. As I reiterate, Mike is fine, so that's all good. It was a bit worrying when I first found out, but he's a hardy, he'll pull through it. He always does. That's what we do. And finally, I also managed to get some day work with BAFTA. And this is the reason why this episode's late. As much as I want to say I worked at the BAFTA Television Awards, that's just not true. I actually worked at a BAFTA event called Generation Next, and it was really entertaining. People I worked with were really interesting and I had such a great time. And at the same time, I got to listen into a few of the talks. One of them was even chaired by Edith Bowman, which I hadn't checked but probably should have beforehand. I also managed to meet the director and editor for Call the Midwife, who do give a great insight into how drama productions work. Hopefully they'll be doing events like this in the future. I think the ticket price was £30, which is a bit pushing it, but if you can go, obviously do. The day ended with networking talks and a drink. It was really a lot of fun. I think I met some really interesting people. Two of the people I met were Chloe Henderson, who is a student who's working in special effects, but hopefully wants to move into production, and the other was Sarah Hartill, who is a producer with Disney, and at the same time one of the presenters of certain events. Obviously with the purpose of networking, meeting new people, building new contacts. So that was what happened, which was what was planned, which is good. Basically what I want to be trying to tell you is I'm not just sticking around here. I am really, really trying hard to find work going around. The problem is, it's just not easy, especially in this economy and also this industry, but it is something I'm continually trying to do. I encourage anyone who is trying to work in film and television, if you're at uni now, get experience in the summer holidays. It will save you a world of trouble. If you're just graduating or your exams are coming to an end, now's the time to be looking for work. So once you've finished your studies, you can just get straight out there. And all I want to tell you is this thing. I never say it's going to be easy. I'm just saying it's going to be worth it, and I really hope I don't have to eat those words later. Well, hopefully I can get a video up to you next week, but if not, it'll be in 2 weeks' time. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you again for watching. Again, apologies about the delay. Hope to get a video up next week, or if not, back to the 2-week schedule. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Adios, amigos!